What I think is the acid test for these politicians is not so much the snow, although if the snow persists like this for another 3 weeks, it will be the snow. But I think it's your other services. Garbage, for example. We are going into our 3rd week now without garbage collection. And I was told, and I called up D.C. government yesterday. I called up 311. And I got these lovely phone messages that told me, hey, this 311 is great. We're here 24 hours a day for you, and we'll be with you in a second. We're here 24 hours a day for you, unlike other municipalities, and we'll be with you in a second. I was on the phone for 25 minutes, and I heard that said 150 times, and nobody ever got to me. What I was told was that Monday is our usual garbage day, once a week in the District of Columbia, which is not enough. It should be at least twice a week. Maybe in Montgomery County it is. What, Gary, how often?
Once a week.
Only once a week with all the taxes you pay. Okay. So once a week is not enough, but now I've got 3 weeks' worth of garbage and 3 weeks' worth of recycling. Now, I know that the recycling is not going to be picked up because nobody can get into my alley. My alley has 4 feet of snow. Nobody can get into my alley where we normally put these things. I recognize that. And I don't much care about the recycling.
Ollie in a Suburban could get in there.
He probably could. I don't much care about the recycling because that's bottles and cans and paper goods. And that, you know what? That can stay.
The raccoons aren't coming for that stuff.
No, they're coming for the food.
Yeah.
So what I was told last night in my house was that there was some talk about this at some hen party yesterday. There was some talk about how the garbage would be picked up. Now, what I do, and I don't think I'm different than most, what I do is I put my garbage in a plastic bag. I buy the plastic bags with ties. Sure. I tie it up, cinch it, and put it in the garbage can. My garbage can bags have been white. I don't know why, but we've been buying white bags, okay? I was told that there would be a pickup on my street today because we normally get Monday garbage, but Monday was a holiday, so we get Tuesday pickup. And I know they're not going to go into the alley. So I was told that, again, and this was discussed with the hens, that you can put it out in your street.
In the front.
In the front of your house. Because I can't get my garbage cans from the alley to the front of my house.
Take the bags out of the
So
can.
I went out last night and I took all the bags.
Oh, my God, you've been working, man.
Picked up all the bags and brought them back to the front of the house where they had to be put in black bags. I asked why.
So they could be seen?
Don't blend them with the snow, right?
I think you could see the white bags anyway or some other color. But we were told you have to put them in black bags. So went out, bought black bags, put the white bags in. Now we're double bagged to discourage raccoons. Mm-hmm. But it is raccoons that will tear through.
Sure.
Yeah.
They'll tear through your bags.
They'll rip your lungs out,
They
Jim.
will.
They can tear through your front door.
They are vile
Razor-like claws.
beasts. They're beasts, and they're not tiny, and they're not cats. They're the size of pigs. They're enormous, and they'll kill you.
They
all
are.
right? And they can wield heavy instruments.
Yeah.
So, like, I was out there once with a baseball bat, and the raccoon looked at me like, are you kidding me?
They are the stormtroopers
I got
of the
a
revolution.
lightsaber, you little dope. You want to go? And I went back in the house. That's many years ago. So I have packed my garbage into black garbage bags. And last night, I went to, on my street, there is only one house that is not normally serviced by Alley garbage can collections. Mm-hmm. Not Ali but Alley.
Alley.
A-L-L-E-Y.
Yeah.
And so I went to him last night, Joey. I said, Joey, would you mind? Because he had put his stuff out in the street, okay? And I went to Joey and I said, would you mind if we dance with your dates? I said, would you mind if I put my garbage by your garbage? And he said, no, that's
Be an
fine
honor.
to do. It's fine to do. So I had 4 or 5 large, giant black bags of garbage. Now, this is like over 2 weeks of these things. But, it doesn't smell so terrible because it had been out in the freezing weather.
Right.
It's not so bad.
It's fossilized.
Yeah, at some point. So I put it there. And then I noticed this morning that some of the other neighbors must have either been to the same hen party or gotten it out on the drum because they had put black bags of garbage out there, and which led me to believe that indeed you had to have black bags. What? You live in the district,
yes,
Elizabeth.
Yes,
what are you doing
do.
with your garbage?
Well, I have been out of town for 8 days.
So you haven't made any garbage?
I haven't made garbage. Also, I missed the second blizzard. I got back last night at 11 p.m. I could barely see my house. So I've missed all the buzz around the neighborhood about what to do with garbage. But I must give a shout out to the Palisades neighborhood where I live, the best absolute neighborhood of neighbors who have taken care of the sidewalk in front of
For
my house.
you? That's sweet.
Yes, amazing. And I'm sure if they knew about garbage day, they probably would have done that for me as well.
When is
They
your
just
normal garbage
rock.
day?
It's Thursday.
So you're going to go to Friday because
yeah,
of the
yeah.
holiday.
We move one
So
day,
right.
and I hadn't heard about this black.
Well, I don't know.
Visual detection.
I don't know.
Aid. But I'll do that too. I'll do that.
Well, I'm in the dark here. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but the point I was going to make, the overall point I was going to make, is I will vote somebody out of office if the garbage isn't picked up.
This
Snow, I'm going to live
particular
with.
round of garbage.
No,
or?
but you gotta
Can't go a month
gotta
without
pick
garbage
up every
collection.
stitch.
Yeah, yeah.
The rabbit's running in the ditch. Oh no, it must be the season of the witch. You've got to pick up the garbage
No,
from
I
me
think
after
you're
3
right.
weeks.
I
The
think
snow,
you're right.
I give you a pass on the snow.
Yeah.
But I know that the garbage truck can get through the streets, if not the alley.
I
so you
agree.
gotta. So Fenty, Adrian Fenty, I want to know that my garbage is going to be picked up, and Muriel Bowser, who is my ward rep in Ward 4, I want to know that my garbage. If I go to my backyard, that's hard to do, to get out in the back, to push through the snow, to get into these garbage cans, to take all the garbage out, to repackage and repurpose the garbage. You're going to have to pick this garbage up. Because if you're not, I'm going to vote for whoever is running against you, and I'm going to go on the radio every single day and try and get rid of you, as I've done with Chuck Bell and Kimberly Suitors, and it hasn't meant
no
anything.
avail.
To absolutely no avail. But I'll scream like a banshee if I have to, because I think the garbage, it rises or falls for me on the garbage. Sure.
Even if they said, like in my neighborhood, take your garbage to such and such a
Take
major
it to the river,
intersection.
wash it in the water.
I would do that. Because I want to meet them halfway. I know it's a hardship,
Right.
and I live on
That's
a
what
narrow
I've-
street.
right.
But yeah,
I've done that.
I will. You have.
I've
You
met
have.
them more than halfway.
So tomorrow's show, we'll have the report on
Well,
whether
absolutely, whether the garbage was picked up.
Okay.
Or else what I'm going to do is I'm going to load all these things into a car, and I'm going to drop it at Muriel Bowser's house. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, honey, you take care of. I've done my part. Now you take care of my garbage.
Well,
that's why you're elected.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, you may.
And it's actually solve a couple of different problems for you. Just pile up all the garbage right where the most snow is and just set it on fire.
I would like to set it on fire.
Right, and then you get rid of the garbage.
And
right,
get rid of the snow,
get rid of
snow
the
melt.
at the same time.
I know everybody's afraid. People come in here all the time and they say, oh, no, you don't want it to melt because that'll cause flooding. I don't care if your house gets flooded. I don't live on a river. Exactly. My house isn't going to get flooded. I want to be rid of the snow before my roof collapses.
I'm worried about that.
So I would like to set the snow on my roof on fire and take my chances that I'll burn down my own house. I would like to do that. And I don't think that's outrageous.
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, why don't we just get that stuff, that fire starter, that napalm jelly that they tell you to barbecue with, and just start setting snow on fire. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
This is the Tony Kornheiser Show on ESPN 980.
Oh, this is Surfing Bird by the Trashmen. This is terrible.
The Trashmen.
The Trashmen. By the way, we got a call from one of the hens that said the garbage had indeed been picked up on at least one side of the street, which is the side I cared about, not necessarily on the other side. My only complaint on that was that I think the city should have gotten out the word as to what you could do, because you can't get into the alleys. And I don't know about the recycle. If the recycle is also taken, then I'll bring giant bags of recycling out next week.